What's up, guys? Adam with Whisker Fisherman TV. Today I wanted to show you something that I've been making for a while. I call them pocket MREs. They're a little large, you know. You can actually fit them in your back pocket. I wouldn't want to walk around like that, but you could if you had to. They go great in a pack, and they're actually really good. I like to take them, just throw them in a coat pocket when I'm hunting in the wintertime. You know, I see a lot of versions of these that, you know, do have a lot more calories, guys. They do, but they're 3 and 4 times as large, which is great, I guess, you know, if you're going on a camping trip or something like that. But just for something to have in your car or throw in a pocket or a pack and make sure that you have something, these are great, guys. Let's go ahead and tear into this thing and I'll show you what we got. Alright, guys, so I got this thing busted out. We're just going to go over it real quick. If I spend too much time talking about each individual item, then the video is going to be too long and YouTube's not going to let me post it. I'll start with your basic food items. Tuna fish. Cannot miss with these tuna packets, guys. Everybody puts these in their homemade MREs. You see people talk about them. There's a reason for that. They last a hell of a long time. They're relatively lightweight. You're getting a pretty good calorie to protein ratio. Normally I put 2 of these in here. This particular one only has 1 in it. That's not a big deal because these packets of peanut butter, there's always 1 of these in these bags. This one I put 2 because I didn't have another one of these laying around. 210 calories per a pouch, guys, and it tastes really good. And these are about 50 cents a pack on Amazon. I've never heard of that, you know, that brand or anything, but these are good to have, guys. And right there is basically 500 calories, just right off the top. Quaker oatmeal and some hot chocolate. I'm not crazy about either one of these items. It's something that I like to eat, but it will keep you going. Now the hot chocolate, I don't know if you can actually eat that in powder form. I really don't. So I'm not going to tell you to do that. But it's not that hard to find a little bit of water. However, the oatmeal, I always hear people talk about as this is just an add water item, and it is, but you can eat this right out of the pack. I'm not crazy about doing it. I have done it, but I have a friend who does this all the time, guys. All the time. I wouldn't say daily, but most definitely on a weekly basis. He'll eat 2 or 3 of these at once. An extra 100 calories, and it fits in this relatively small package. Getting into some of your more comfort foods. Emergency. I'm big on vitamin C, guys. That's hard to beat. Now these are a little pricey. It's probably one of the most expensive items in the kit, at least, you know, by weight comparison, but goes a long way. They last a long time, and they come in these little pouches, which I just really like. Tea. Usually I put a little sports drink in here. This one just happened to have a packet of tea. Not crazy about tea, but you know, comfort food, or if you are using water purification, it's always a good idea to have something to change the taste up a little bit. Seasoning packet. This one happens to be from Red Robin. Does not matter in the least. There's no calories in this. This is strictly, I'm stuck overnight somewhere. I call it a small fish, a squirrel, a frog, whatever. I'm going to use that to help stretch out my other food. Sprinkle a little of that on there. It'll make it taste a little bit better. Packet of salt, packet of pepper. I don't need to get into that, guys, but you get these any restaurant, a lot of stores just have these little packets, again, for free. So why wouldn't you? You know, that's my basic thought on that. Why wouldn't you want that? Toilet paper. That's about 6 feet of toilet paper, guys. If you buy MREs from the military or military style MREs, you'll see these. All I did is take about 6 feet of toilet paper, fold it up, roll it over, and tape it shut with a little piece of paper around it. If you need that and you don't have it, guys, you'd probably trade half the stuff in here. That's just the way it is. That goes a long way. Eating utensil. It's exactly what it looks like. It's a cheap plastic spoon that I cut in half. I usually have an eating utensil anyway, but you know, and I carry a lot of this stuff anyway, guys, but again, fits right in there. These cost nothing. They're free. And it might get you out of a pinch or make you more comfortable. Matches. Convenience store matches, guys. I love these things. Nobody ever talks about them because they are probably the least reliable fire starting piece of equipment that you're going to get, to be quite frank with you. But when they're free, why not? And again, this is a backup. You should have fire starting with you anyway if you're walking out into the woods. Or if you're in your car, you should have some. But as a backup, they're free. That's hard to beat. And I always carry a few strike anywhere matches. Which again, guys, these aren't the greatest fire starters in the world. But this kit is made more to get you through in 8 hours. Is basically was my goal with this. I'm not going to make it out of the woods while I'm hunting, and I don't feel like, you know, tramping through the woods. It'd be easier to stay the night. And again, I have fire starting with me. Incredibly inexpensive. You're down to pennies. Along with that, I took one of those. Usually I have two. This one I just happen to have one in. It's nothing more than a strike anywhere match that I rolled up in a paper towel and dipped in wax. Costs next to nothing to make, guys, and these work really well. I've timed these at 10 minutes before the burn time. These really do work well. Packet of instant coffee. I don't need to tell you guys what that's for. That's again, when you want one and you don't have it, it's going to go a long way. Beef bouillon. I'm hesitant to tell you guys to stick these in there because it is a comfort food. It might make your water taste a little better, but you're getting about 15 calories out of that. And I don't feel like this is going to do anything that your tea packet or your seasoning kit won't, but they last forever. They're small, they're inexpensive. I have them, so why not? Band-aids. It's a couple of band-aids, guys. These are just always good to have. Little nicks and scratches. If you've ever walked through the woods at night, guys, at least where I'm at, you know, you get some of these creek bottoms. You're not walking out without, you know, thorns sticking out of you and all that fun stuff. So a couple extra band-aids, always good to have. Alcohol prep pads. Most people will go with moist towelettes. There's nothing wrong with that. I had these laying around anyway, and I feel like for what I need them for, as in to get the germs off my fingers before I eat, I don't see any reason that these can't do that. And in addition to that, they probably work a little better with cleaning wounds, things like that. Small wounds. Obviously, you're not gonna clean a bullet wound with that, but we'll help you out in small cuts and scrapes. Got 2 packets of ibuprofen and 2 packets of antacid. You could dump pills in here, guys, just a couple of loose pills, or put them in a small container. I prefer these. I get these for about $8 or less for 50 packs, so 100 pills. I love them because I can throw them in any kit I want, anytime I want to. You know, and while I'm at home, I keep the jar around. Duct tape. I always carry one of these cards with me anyway, but that's just always good to have. And again, guys, you might bust this whole kit open for one item out of here, and you can always repack your duct tape. You can always repack your spoon. Now this is kind of right down the middle as far as should you put one in yours. Now, I like to keep these around because for no other reason. Obviously, you have your entertainment value, you know, relax you, whatever, but if I needed a ride home and I don't have any money, guys, most people ain't going to do it for a can of beans. Most people ain't going to do it for a couple packs of peanut butter. But if I throw all this together, and that's in there as well, it adds some trade value, and that's in addition to all the calories and everything else that you got in here. You could go with a mini bottle. I just like to have these in these little packs. Again, it stays good forever. This is one item that I probably have at least one of these kits that has one of these bottles in it that is probably close to 5 years old. And I just keep rotating it. You know, it's a quarter pint. It's not gonna, if you drink recreationally, you know, this isn't gonna get you drunk, guys. It's relatively small amount, but we don't need to get into all the uses with this, aside from, you know, medical and all that good stuff. And there you have it, guys. That's one Ziploc bag, and I think that is a pretty good trade-off as far as space for 8 hours with the amount of stuff that I have in here. And I thought I'd put that out there, give you guys another option. Just give you guys a quick shot of it all spread out. One thing I did forget to mention, my water purification tablets. These are extremely important to have. I carry these around anyway, but I always like to keep a strip of them in these little kits by themselves. And there you go, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate every view. Thank you for watching.